I'm Kelly Lynch with ProVention Plus, and I'm here to take you through a pre-work warm-up. Please note, this is a shortened version of the warm-up that you'll do prior to work. Make sure that you repeat the motions you see more times than you see me do them here today. Let's start with rocking from our toes to our heels, back and forth. Nice and easy, holding that core in tight, starting to create some heat. Let's move this right into calf raises, coming up and then right back down, up and then right back down. Making sure it's an easy one, not squeezing those calves too tight, just starting to warm up. Next, we're going to move into bringing one knee up towards the hip, pushing down lightly with those hands. Up. Starting to create heat in the core. Moving on, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Backwards first, and then forwards. Continue this stretch with shoulder rowing motion, just like that. Opening up the chest, squeezing those shoulder blades together, keeping those elbows close to the side. Let's then bring both hands up towards the sky, reaching up, holding that core in super tight, and then coming back down. Following this stretch with alternating arms, up and up, stretching out both sides, warming up the whole body. Moving on to some more shoulder warming. Bringing those arms up just like this, elbows bent at 90 degrees into goal post. We're coming up and then down. Moving slowly at first. Make sure you're warming those rotators before you move into a full goal post. Next, we're going to move into side lunges. Take a stance wider than shoulder width apart, into one side and then the other side. Make sure that the knee does not come forward but back instead, just like this. After warming up the inside of the leg, we're going to warm up the back of the leg. Stepping forward with one foot, toe up, leaning towards that foot. Putting any weight you want on this leg that's bent. Same thing on both sides. Next, we're going to step back at an angle, stretching out the calves. Make sure that that heel hits the ground each time. We'll continue with some trunk rotation and arm warming. Reaching one arm to the one side, the opposite side, and then switch. Just like that. Put those hands together, move them forward, separate that shoulder blade, those shoulder blades, and put your head down. Continue the stretch by squeezing back, just like that, opening up that chest from the side. Let's put those hands supporting the low back, hold the core in tight, tilt those hips a little bit, push the hips forward, just like that. Feel a stretch to the front of the body. Coming right back up, moving into a side stretch, just like that, one side, and then the other. Don't forget to hold that core in tight with each stretch. Back to shoulder width apart, abs are tight, neck stretch. We're starting by looking side to side. Bringing one ear towards the shoulder, and then towards the other side. And finishing with looking up and down. Now we'll move on to the hands. Hands together and push with one side to the other side, extending those fingers back and forth. Starting to warm that hand. Be nice and gentle, just start to warm and move quickly. Follow this stretch with a forearm stretch. One hand on top of the other hand and pushing forward, extending out, both sides. Next we'll drop and relax the arms, following by raising one up and letting the elbow bend. One up and letting the elbow bend. We're stretching out the back of the arm with this stretch. Next, we're going to warm up the front of the body into a lunge position, bending both knees, coming down, and then alternating and switch to the other side. Coming down, feeling that stretch to the front. Next, we'll add into a squat and an arm raise. Feet are shoulder width apart, sitting right back, and raising those arms up at the same time. You've got to keep your core tight for this one. Feet are going to start out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. We're reaching down towards one foot, and then up and across the opposite side of the body and up towards the ceiling. Just that. And make sure you repeat on both sides multiple times. Finally, our arms are up and reaching back. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, opening up that chest, and then rotate palms down and up down, and up. Squeeze a little bit further back and let those hands fall down. And you've completed your pre-work warm-up. Remember to do this warm-up as often as possible. Have a safe day.